From downtown Atlanta, we welcome you to baseball from Turner Field. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Cleveland Indians and the Atlanta Braves. Stay tuned for Braves baseball starting now. Joel De La Cruz gets the ball for Atlanta in this one. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Remember, guys, this is someone that will come at you with 4 different pitches. He'll change velocity, he'll go up and down, the break on the pitches makes it a real challenge for a hitter.
Rajay Davis strides forward, and we are set for baseball here this evening.
Left fielder, number 20.
The game's opening pitch is taken for ball 1 as we get started here tonight right on time at 7:10.
First pitch, 7:10.
And back-to-back pitches out of the zone to begin the evening. It's 2-0 now.
Yeah, and he didn't even have to think twice about that one. And now he's got a good hitter's count here, 2-0.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
Yeah, you know, he probably got the fastball he was looking for, but on 2-0, you can look for one pitch in one spot. And if it's not in that spot, you take it.
And this will miss as well, so he's in danger of losing the leadoff man here tonight. It's 3-1 now. 4 pitches. Fast, slow, fast, slow. EK, you thinking fastball here?
It seems to fit the pattern, but you better not get too predictable out there. Guys will catch on quick.
Now a fastball swung on and missed, and it's full 3-2.
Well, this is turning into a real dogfight now.
Now a swing and a miss on the fastball, then the leadoff man is set down here for the first out of the evening. And with strike 3 recorded there, he's notched his first career punch-out. You can bet his club is hoping for a lot more of that going forward.
Well, if he can become a consistent strikeout pitcher, you have to figure his career is going to be a solid one. Many of the best pitchers at this level have at least one put-away pitch that they can go to in tough situations. So we'll see if he becomes one of those guys as his career goes along.
Jason Kipnis is at the plate as he takes a cold strike 1. The average sitting right at 270 on the year. 10 home runs and 41 RBIs. Swing and a liner, but foul. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Earl Hendricks.
Yeah, Earl is a well-liked umpire all around baseball by both pitchers and hitters. The reason for that, he's consistent, and his zone is kind of what you hope for.
And, oh, look out. Up and in and nearly took his head off. I think he took a little exception to that location.
Yeah, and so would I if I was down there. If you want to work inside, that's fine. But once you get up over the letters and closer to my head, now we're talking about a different story.
Sent on the ground out to second. Backhanded. On to Freeman at first, and there are 2 away now.
Obviously, it'll be very important to keep these top 2 guys off base going forward. They're the ones that set the table and make this team go. So that's a good job here to set them down to start the ball game.
Francisco Lindor will dig in now as we show you what he did in May versus what he's done so far at the plate in June. Into the windup and the pitch. And that's taken high and outside for ball 1. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. And we're just underway from Turner Field. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. All away here to start the at-bat.
And that's fine, but you can't be afraid to work inside. You can jam this guy. Get him to roll over something. You don't have to strike him out.
On the ground up the middle. Ibar with a great stop to first. He's out.
Wow, made it look easy.
The defense on display on this beautiful diving stop at short. The three of us return with more Wednesday Night Baseball after this. Danny Salazar starting assignment for the Tribe in this one. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, guys, he's having a real consistent year. He's got an ERA under 3. Anytime you're doing something like that, you're doing just fine.
Jace Peterson comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Second baseman, Jace Peterson.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one. Eric, we take a look at the Tribe as they begin here tonight. All you can really say is they've been on one heck of a run.
Yeah, I mean, they're looking like world beaters right now. I don't care what league you're in. Anytime you can put together a double-digit win streak like these guys have put together, you're playing some great baseball.
Right there at the belt, 1-2 now.
And against a guy like this, you're usually only going to get one pitch to hit in that bat. Sometimes you might not even get that, so that's one he may want back.
Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
And obviously, any time you can strike this guy up, you'll take it. I mean, he runs like a greyhound out there. So even routine grounders can sometimes be turned into base hits. Not when you're not making contact, though.
Here's Ender Inciarte. As he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike one. That batting average hovering in the high 230s. No home runs as of yet, and 8 runs batted in. 1 out, nobody on. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
You can tell he's still frustrated after that first called strike. That's still on his mind.
That misses. 1-2.
Well, that's a pitch right there that you've got to lay off. You know he's going to throw it on an 0-2, and that's a good job of pitch recognition right there.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Ooh, there's a tough one to take right there on a 1-2 pitch, especially after fighting off so many pitches leading up to that one.
Hit out towards second. Kipnis has it. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Batting third, first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
Freddie Freeman gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are 2 away here in the opening frame.
Yeah, nothing doing so far here. He kind of needs to put up a tough at-bat right here just to make this guy work a little bit.
Lifted in the air out to right. And that'll get down out there near the wall. Freeman will head to second. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
Well, you know, it's never too late to get a first-inning rally started. This one's going to find the gap for 2 bases, so now at least to give your cleanup guy a shot to maybe drive in that first run of the game.
Here's Nick Markakis now, the right fielder. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And that's going to land foul. 2 out here and a runner at second. On a big swing there from Markakis. He didn't get it to make it strike 2.
Yeah, it's so hard to stay back against a guy like this. Unless you guess right, that thing's just so slow that it's almost impossible to keep.
Oh, and meanwhile, this pitch rides too far in and winds up hitting him.
Well, here's a pitch that just definitely gets away from him. Pretty sure you're not going to try to hit a guy on an 0-2 count with 2 outs. But hey, this is new life for these guys, and you got to find a way to make this one work out for you.
Stepping in now, Adonis Garcia. Yes, he'll take a look at ball 1. He'll enter play here with an average just over 250. 5 homers and 21 driven in. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
Well, that's a good location for the fastball there. But that's what he'll need to do. Try to get the hitters to expand their zone. Get these guys reaching for stuff off the plate.
2 down, runners at first and second. One and two as the changeup had him out in front there.
And this is exactly what he does so well. He'll make you so convinced that you're going to see a fastball, and then he's going to go the other way on you.
Got him swinging in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. 2 left for Atlanta. After 1, no score. Mike Napoli will stand in now, and as you can see, he enters play with 16 home runs on the season so far.
Napoli.
Too high that time with the inning's first pitch. Hits ball 1. Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Just overmatched him there. It's a 1-2 fastball, and this is right by him. Absolutely no contest.
Jose Ramirez will stand in now, and as you can easily tell from the splits, he's really struggled away from home. Shot toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
And this is something they've worked on in the batting cage. Taking some of the movement out of his swing. Much more compact now, and he's seeing some definite results.
Lonnie Chisenhall takes his first shot here with a runner at first now and 1 away. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. In there, no balls and a strike. Grounded back up the middle. There's Peterson, and he is in there.
Oh, this is a bad error right here. He tries to square himself up to second base to get this double play started, but I don't know if his cleats got stuck or what, but this is not a very good throw, and he's going to get stuck with an E4.
Yan Gomes will stand in, and as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against the southpaws than he does against right-handers. In there, strike one.
Pretty cool right there. You know, it's so important in a tough spot to get that first pitch strike over, and he's able to jump ahead.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Tried to pull that one back, but he couldn't do it, and it's 0-2 now. Swing and a miss as he ran that two-seamer right by him for the second out.
If you want to see a guy get blown away at the plate, this is just one finger down 3 times in a row. He was just overmatched there.
Into the box, number 30. As he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. The average to start things out at .324. 6 home runs and 15 RBIs. Swing and a liner. Foul. No score here as we play inning number 2. Drilled right back up the middle, and that is through into center field. A base hit. He'll come home with it, and they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
Wow, well, there you go. Just more of the same right here. You know, one of the hallmarks of this winning streak is that they've been able to get on the board first quite a bit, and they keep it going here as he drives in the run to make it 1-0.
Into the box now, Danny Salazar. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1.
And even after the 2-out RBI, you still have a chance to help yourself out here with a hit. You got a man in scoring position.
2 men are on with 2 men out. Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball. 1-1. Helping him out here as he swings and misses to fall behind a ball and 2 strikes.
And now what do you go with here on the 1-2 count? I got a feeling that this one won't be in the strike zone either.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And that's high for a ball. It's 2-2.
You get a good look right there. Already 33 pitches now through an inning and 2/3. That's an awfully high number this early.
Line drive to center field. That's in there. Base hit. Around third and being waved on home. Now a long throw home. And this will not be close, and the run will score easily. And now time is called here as their pitching coach is going to pay a quick visit to the mound to discuss how they want to attack things here. Rajay Davis gets a shot now with deuces all around. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 2. Looking to minimize the damage here. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. Two down, runners at first and second. taken. Now it's 0-2.
When this guy started the ball game out with a strikeout, you may end the second with one, too.
A pause and the 0-2. That misses, says the home plate umpire. 1-2. Where it misses, I'm not quite sure.
Still now on 1-2, you don't have to make the perfect pitch out there. The count is still well in your favor on the mound.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. So 2 runs on 4 hits here. 1 error in the inning, and 2 left. On now to the bottom of the second. The Indians on top, 2-0. Tyler Flowers strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning.
Tyler Flowers.
A changeup floats outside here for ball 1. Hard hit ball to second. Kipnis is there. And a rather easy first out.
Batting 7, the shortstop, Eric Ibar.
At the plate, Eric Ibar, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
He has really struggled against right-handed pitching so far this year. His average against righties is pretty ugly so far.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. And this is on the outside corner, or thereabouts at least. It's 1-1.
Whether you like it or not, now that you've seen what the strike zone's going to be like, you're going to have to make an adjustment.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. And another foul ball. And that is swung on and missed as Ibar's down on strikes for out number 2.
And this is one of those guys that you can spend all your time in the video room watching what his pitches look like, but until you get out there and see it firsthand, you just have no idea how much his stuff moves around.
Here's Emilio Bonifacio now. Now a hard liner, but foul. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Lifted in the air out to right. And Chisenhall will make the catch, and the side is retired. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Back with more on our Wednesday night showcase right after this. Chase is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1. Here's a high pop-up. Calling for it, Freeman. 1 down.
Now batting.
Well, here it is again. Look at him just bury this one right at the letters. And you can see it. He got him to pull off the swing a bit and just pop it straight up.
So here's Francisco Lindor now, as he swings and hits a line drive out to left. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Well, a lot of switch hitters like to use the whole field, and this guy's no different. He just sprays this thing the other way, and he's got himself a one-out single.
Prior to the at-bat, a check on first. And a dive, but he's back.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
Here's Mike Napoli now, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. Runner at first here, one man out. And he lays off for ball one.
Yeah, that's a good spot to miss against a guy like this. He loves that pitch up in the zone. Most power hitters do, so that's not a bad idea to give him one above the letters.
Here's the 1-1. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Way to get dirty. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Indians fail to score. They're up 2-0. Joel De La Cruz digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
Pitcher, Joel De La Cruz.
Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike one.
Trying to jump on that first pitch changeup. That's a good pitch there to start this AB.
Here's a late swing and a miss, strike two. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
On the mound, he's got to be talking to himself. You know, in the American League, we see DHs like Ortiz and Billy Butler, Michael Young. You're telling me I get to face a pitcher 3 times a game? I could get used to this.
In now, Jace Peterson, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball one. One out, nobody on. On the ground to the right side. Played on the backhand. And don't quite know what was going on there, but he's into first base safely.
And that's what speed does. Just a little ground ball here, but he's hustling all the way and beats it out for an infield single.
Ender Inciarte stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
First pitch on its way. Runners on the move for second. In the dirt here. Pitch is in the dirt and knocked down, and he'll make it into second easily with a stolen base.
Well, it's almost impossible to get the runner on a pitch in the dirt. And here, he's just making sure that this ball doesn't get by him to the backstop. So you see, he turns his glove over, gets big, and just tries to keep the ball in front of him, and he'll keep that runner from getting any further.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Davis on the run. He makes the catch, and the runner from second will tag and head for third. And he's up to third safely now with 2 gone in the inning.
That's a heads-up play there at second base. Sees that left fielder has to move all the way into the alley to catch this thing, so he knows he'll have a hard time readjusting his body to make the throw to third, and he's able to move up 90 feet on the flyout.
Here's the first baseman, Freeman. He'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. Is that really the spot you want to be messing with here?
It shouldn't be. That's a danger zone if you ask me.
Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1.
Very tempting up there, but that's also a pitch that a lot of guys will pop up. So that's a nice job of laying off.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
And that's not a bad spot. Just go ahead and stay out there. Don't come down the middle because we know he can hurt you.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. To 2-2 now.
And we've seen guys swing at that 4-seam riding fastball up in the zone. But you're never going to get on top of that thing when it's up that high.
Chop foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Full count, 3-2. EK, where are you going now on 3-2?
I still got to work a corner. Not just going to throw it right down the middle and grab a strike. Can't be a giveaway pitch.
Here comes the payoff pitch. Inside as he nearly got him, and it's ball 4.
Wow, just a great at-bat right there. Simple as that. Patient, laid off some tough pitches. He was rewarded.
Nick Markakis stands in with 2 on and 2 out here in the third.
And you know, some guys just get better with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. This is a big at-bat for him right here, even though it's still early.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Low for ball 1.
And after getting hit in his first at-bat, he's got to be saying, look, enough with the inside pitches already.
Here it comes, 1-0. Slapped hard the opposite way. Base hit, and that'll get a run in.
Now batting, third baseman, Adonis.
So stepping in, Adonis Garcia, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. He's set. Here it comes. Gets a small piece near the plate. That's a foul ball. 2 men are on with 2 men out. Chased out of the zone there, and he's down 2 strikes. And he got him, minimizing the damage at just a run. The inning is over. Braves will settle for just the 1. 3 innings complete. The Indians lead it 2-1. Jose Ramirez is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
The Indians, third baseman, Jose.
First delivery to him on the way. There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike 1. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
Some would say he's showing good patience here, waiting for his pitch. But as a number 5 hitter, I think you need to make something happen.
Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Skied in the air to straightaway left. He'll put it away without much trouble, and the leadoff man is retired here in the 4th.
With the 0-2 count, he was really forced to protect the plate, and you can see this ball's not even in the strike zone, but he chases after it anyway, and he lifts this for an easy fly ball.
Lonnie Chisenhall will stand in as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. Pitch to the plate is a slider for a strike, and it's all knotted up at 1-1. Smoke toward the hole. And a low throw to first that bounces as he can't hang on.
Well, this was just going to be a tough play one way or the other. As you see him ranging towards the hole just to get to this ball, but then he can't right himself in time to make an accurate throw, and they're going to hit him with an E4.
Here's the catcher, Yan Gomes, as he'll watch a slider that stays inside for ball 1.
He's already up to 51 pitches now, and he's only lasted 3 1/3 so far.
Chop foul right at home plate at strike 1. Down low, 2 balls and a strike.
That changeup away is his ground ball pitch. That's a good job to hold off.
On a good pitch there, had him stretching to get out there, and it's 2-2 now.
And if you're going to go after that pitch, you got to be thinking right field. I think he just pulled off of that one a little.
And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight.
Oh, and that's a sweet pitch right there. You know, on the mound, there's very few things that can happen negatively with this location. I mean, you're either going to swing and miss, you foul it off, or you hit it into the ground where it becomes a double play. But I'm sure on the mound, you'll take the strikeout.
Standing in now, number 30, as he takes a called strike on the black. It's 0-1. Fourth inning of a 2-1 ball game. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2. Fastball, and looks like they're pinching him a bit here. It's 3-1.
And he's got a little bit of work to do now to avoid that first walk.
No walks yet. Here's the delivery. Hit out of play, and it's a full count now. Good battle. Count remains full. He's set, and the payoff pitch. And this pitch misses for ball 4. So that's going to move a runner into scoring position now with 2 away.
Oh, you know he wanted that one. Now the inning will continue, and a guy moves up into scoring position here.
Danny Salazar will get a shot now in an RBI spot, so a chance to help his own cause here.
And he's got a hit in the game already, so he can handle the bat at least a little bit.
Here comes the first pitch. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
Good pitch right there. Right on the heels of a walk. He needed to get ahead of the next guy, and he did just that.
A lot of movement that time. It's 0-2.
And you can't make this easy on him right here. At least make some contact and force him to make a play.
Ready with the 0-2. That's inside and low. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
And now anything more than 4 pitches to get this guy out has to be considered a letdown. You got to go get him right here.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Again, he sends it out of play. 2 runs, 5 hits. No errors to this point for the Indians. Started to chase there. They'll appeal it down to third, and no swing. It's ball 2. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Indians strand a couple. They lead it 2-1. Tyler Flowers is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Up and in there with the first pitch fastball. It's ball 1. Fastball at 96 on the radar gun, and it's 1-1.
Right back inside with a fastball. This time he got the call.
One and 2 now as that one's fouled off. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Well, he's just putting on a clinic out there right now. Let's check it out on Show Track. Well, these guys are just having all sorts of trouble figuring him out. Strikes out his 6th batter of the game so far.
Here's Eric Ibar now. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. And the fastball hitting 93 on the gun. It's 1-1. Oh, and look out as this runs in and gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one.
And guys in the big leagues, they'll act like it didn't really hurt. But I'll tell you what, that is painful right there. He's wincing inside.
Here's Emilio Bonifacio now. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
Pretty good speed here coming out of that left-handed batter's box, so it's no sure thing that a ground ball means a double play.
Runners on first with 1 down. Tap foul at home plate. The set and the 1-1 pitch. Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now. Boy, that changeup's had him eaten out of his hand.
Oh, and they've been falling all over themselves trying to get it. but you just got to know that that's not going to be a strike. It looks like it is, but it isn't.
This is skied into short left center. Davis comes on and makes the catch in shallow left for out number 2.
Well, the only good news that comes out of this at-bat is that he stayed out of the double play. Other than that, this at-bat really didn't achieve a whole lot.
Joel De La Cruz is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. A runner on first with 2 away. And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. And a classic 0-2 pitch as the changeup misses low, and it's 1-2 now.
Well, that's a good take there with 2 strikes. That wasn't an easy one to lay off of.
Ready on 1-2. Off the plate that time and a little high. It's even at 2-2.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
2 out with the man at first. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Still 2-2. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. 1 left for Atlanta. They still trail it here 2-1. Rajay Davis in now. A punch-out victim twice already. EK, I'll ask you because you're the one sitting next to me. Do you approach an at-bat differently when you have 2 strikeouts under your belt this early in the game?
Well, you do in the sense that whatever you did the first 2 times, it wasn't working. But I think if you start worrying too much about trying to avoid the hat trick or worse, it'll start becoming a mind game, and you'll start falling into some pretty bad habits.
And, looked inside, but that's ruled as strike. 0-1.
And you can see him trying to be a little bit more patient here. He's got 2 strikeouts already, but he's got to be careful not to fall too far behind.
A little bouncer. Foul ball, strike 2. That's inside and low. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Back to the fastball, but it's upstairs. 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
He's hoping to just run that heater by him. So he's ramped up the velocity here the last 2 pitches.
Three and 2 now.
Yeah, he had him in good position here. 0-2 to start the inning. He just can't seem to finish him off.
Struck him out as his woes continue, as that's his 3rd strikeout of the game.
Ouch. That's a rough night at the ballpark here. 3rd strikeout. One thing you can't do, though, you can't go into that dugout hanging your head. You got to think, hey, it's over. I'll get another shot to redeem myself. Whether that's tonight or sometime in the future, that's the attitude you have to have.
And as the second baseman, Jason Kipnis, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
Bounce to first. Freeman's got it. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
Boy, and on 2-0, if that pitch isn't right where you want it, you got to let it go. You still have the count in your favor at 2-1. Here he goes after a pitch that, although it was a strike, that's a pitcher's strike. That's not the pitch you want to hit, and all he can do is hit an easy grounder.
So here's Francisco Lindor now. Batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike 1. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Settling under it is Markakis, and he puts it away to retire the side. Indians go down 1-2-3. They still lead it 2-1. Jace Peterson will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
Well, anytime you throw a first pitch strike to less than 50% of the hitters you're facing, you're looking for trouble, but not so in this game. We're in the middle innings here, and he's still pitching well.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike.
1-1.
High and wide. 2 balls and a strike. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Too high that time, and it's 3-1.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
And that misses ball 4 now. It's a leadoff walk to get the home half of the 5th underway.
Now he's got to take a deep breath out there on the mound right now. I mean, not only will he kick himself for walking the leadoff guy, but also he just walked the fastest guy in the building. I mean, that's definitely not what he wanted to do out there.
Ender Inciarte will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0.
Just because he's thrown 5 straight balls doesn't make this an automatic take, especially if for a guy in this part of the lineup.
Now a move over to first. Runner's back.
Just checking.
The 1-0 pitch. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
Maybe that's off the black just a little bit, but when you're around the plate as much as he's been, you're going to find that you're going to get a few calls like that.
5th inning, 2-1 our score. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Line drive to left, and that'll get down for a base hit.
Yeah, this fastball gets on him pretty quick at 96 miles an hour, and he does just about all you can do with it, and that's take it the other way for a base hit.
Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
Trying to hold the lead. Ball one.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. 1 run, 4 hits, and 2 errors thus far for the Braves in the ballgame. Just inside, not by much. It's 2-2.
That's a good idea, 1-2 right there, just to see if he'd chase. But now with the count even, I think this one has to be in the strike zone because you don't want to run the risk of loading the bases for the cleanup guy.
A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. Hit hard up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. And now he has some trouble with it in center. And the tying run comes around to score from second. It's now a 2-2 ball game.
The right fielder, number 22.
Nick Markakis will dig in again. He singled home a run his last time. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball one. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Eric, what are you looking for here?
It's a fastball count, but he doesn't always play by the rules out there, so this could very well be a slider or something away. So in other words, I have no idea.
Too high, and it's 3-0. The alarm bells are ringing now.
They're getting louder and louder, too.
Hits are even right now at 5 aside. And a good comeback there. It's 3-1.
Yeah, he needed that one to avoid loading the bases, but it's still a long road back from here.
Three and one. Here it is. Checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire, so it's ball 4.
Now batting, third baseman.
Well, let's see it again in show motion. I don't know. That's awfully close. He might have got away with one there.
Stepping in now, Adonis Garcia, as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1.
You cannot let this situation get any worse. You got to be thinking strikeout or ground ball. Even if you allow 1 run to score in this inning, that would be a major victory.
Bases loaded here, nobody out. Hard liner to center field, and that's in there. Base hit. 1 run is scored. And not in time as the second run scores.
Now batting, catcher.
Here comes the Indians manager to make that slow trip to the mound. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So he'll depart after working just 4+ innings, as this will not go down as a quality start, that's for sure. Jeff Manship is going to take over here in inning number 5, as it's going to be up to their bullpen to try and keep him in the game here.
Manship.
Tyler Flowers will step in now with 3 home in the inning and another 2 men out there on base.
This inning's really starting to unravel quickly from a defensive point of view. This is where you need a nice pop-up in a big way.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. Three runs already home here. On it's tailor-made to short. 6, 4, 3, and they turn the double play.
Oh, it's just so nice to be able to bring in a reliever that can get you a ground ball. Sure enough, first batter he faces, he gets him to hit the ball on the ground, and it turns into a very important double play.
Here's Eric Ibar now. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1.
That's not a bad idea right there. Take a pitch. Make sure you get a good look at him and what he's throwing.
A 1 pitch on its way. Lifted the other way out to left center. Davis is there. And that retires the side. So 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a man left. 5 innings complete. It's the Braves 4 and the Indians 2. Mike Napoli will stand in to get things going for the Indians in their half of the 6th.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
Now some action in the Braves bullpen as they'll stand up a right-hander to get loose. Smoked on the ground left side. And that'll get by into left field, so he's on to lead off the inning.
Well, these guys have been high on effort, but low on results so far. They're still stuck on 2 runs, but at least they've got a leadoff base runner here to start this inning.
Jose Ramirez will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far.
And you know, I think he's had a good approach in each of his first 2 at-bats. He seems to be seeing the ball well and putting some decent swings on it.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. In tight here with the first pitch fastball. That's 1-0. And that one misses upstairs. 2-0.
Well, I'm no pitching coach, but I can see that shoulder starting to fly open a little. That ball's really taken off on him.
Three and 0 now.
Boy, leadoff single, now a 3-0 count. Not exactly the way you want to start things out on the mound.
Set to deliver on 3-0. And no doubt about this one, it's in there. 3-1.
No strikes.
Both teams with 6 hits so far. And there's ball 4 as this one gets away a bit.
This is where you can get a sense for a young guy's character out there. You know, okay, he got a raw deal on a couple of those calls, but some guys get angry, some get motivated. Others, they just go into a shell. We'll have to see how he responds.
Lonnie Chisenhall will stand in, and his guys have got something cooking now with 2 on and nobody out.
And down by 2, this is a good opportunity to try to put yourselves level.
He pulls this one into right. That's in there. Base hit. And they're content to play station to station here as the bases are loaded now with still nobody out.
I tell you, that one's coming in fast, but it's going out faster. Does he square this one up or what? You bet he does.
Out of the Braves dugout is their manager, Freddie Gonzalez, on his way to the mound. And we're going to see a pitching change as that's going to do it for his starter here tonight. So he'll depart, though you can't quite close the book on him yet. He's responsible for all 3 runners aboard. Number 51 is on, and he'll take over on the mound.
Number 51.
Here's the catcher, Yan Gomes, as he swings and hits this one fouled off to the right and out of play. Well, and he's got him in the palm of his hand now. It's 0-2.
And this is where the Indians just need one hit.
We're in the 6th inning now of a 4-2 ball game. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. 1-2, here it comes. Hit the other way out toward right field. Markakis is under it. 1 out. But he's got plenty of respect for that arm out there as he's going to hold steady at third with 1 away now.
Yeah, that's just a wasted opportunity right there. No sense in trying to score on that ball. So he'll hold on at third with 1 out now.
Number 30 steps in now. And so now the Braves will get both a left-hander and a right-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1.
All right, you're down 2 here. You've got the tying runs in scoring position with 1 out. This has to be a productive at-bat. Even if you don't reach base, you've got to get that guy in from third.
And he takes strike 2.
Down 0-2 after 2 great sliders. He's got his work cut out for him now.
The 0-2 pitch. The 0-2 is a breaking pitch taken for a ball, 1-2.
Yeah, and he didn't want that one to be in the strike zone. Even with the bases loaded, this is still a strikeout situation, remember.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball.
Well, I'd be surprised if they go back to the curve again on 2-2. He's had a couple of pretty good looks at it at the plate.
And this misses, so it'll set up a big pitch coming up. It's full 3-2.
Now, you can't think corner or perfect pitch here on the mound. This has got to be somewhere near the middle, and you just got to hope you get lucky.
Has to challenge him here. Not quick enough that time, and he's lucky to get another chance. Count remains full. And that misses. Ball 4. A run will come in to score.
Yeah, that's a tough one to swallow. Where was this pitch on 3-2? Yeah, Show Track says it's clearly a ball. Nothing he can really complain about there, and that forces home a run.
Juan Uribe will get the nod from his skipper to pinch hit, and he'll do so in a big spot. Bases loaded, only 1 away. And here is strike 1 call to the 37-year-old veteran up there. 0-1.
At the plate, the worst case scenario, you've got to be thinking sac fly. A grand slam sure would be nice, but you've got to make sure you at least get that tying run home.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Bases are loaded with only 1 out. And a fastball not close. It's 2-1 now.
Now the pressure will really start to mount out there. That strike zone's going to feel like it's the size of a soup can right now.
The 2-1 on its way. And a 2-1 slider is looked at for a called strike 2. Struck him out. And now they'll likely need a base hit to get that runner home from third.
Well, if there was ever a time for a strikeout, that was it. The bases remain loaded with 2 away now, so, you know, if they can get out of this with only 1 run scoring, that'd be quite a comeback.
So striding in, Rajai Davis, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Here's the first pitch to him. And he gets ahead with the curveball. Strike 1. That man's team has definitely shot itself in the foot with all the strikeouts so far.
It seems like it's been a growing trend so far, but man, you've just got to be able to put the ball in play when you've got runners in scoring position.
And there's ball 1. Bases are loaded here, 2 down. One and two.
And on the mound here, you start thinking, boy, after the way this inning started, if I can hold them to 1, that would be a heck of an escape job here.
Line to the right side. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. 2 hits in the inning lead to a run for Cleveland. We'll see 8, 9, and 1 due up in the bottom of inning number 6. It's the Braves 4 and the Indians 3. Tommy Hunter will come on now as he'll start out the bottom of the 6th.
Number 48, Tommy Hunter.
Emilio Bonifacio will step in to get things started for the Braves in their half of the 6th.
Left fielder, Emilio Bonifacio.
And he gets ahead 0-1. And he goes and chops this one out towards second. Kipnis with the bare hand. It's in time.
Oh, what a play. And you know, sometimes these guys make it look so easy, we forget how difficult it is to make a play like that. Not only did he barehand this ball, but he also made a sweet throw on the run over to first base. So often you'll see a guy airmail or short hop a throw like that because of the bad grip you have on the ball. But not in this case. That's a nice play.
A.J. Pierzynski will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. And here's a ball hit in the air. Gomes should have room. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Good start to the inning here out of the bullpen. After 3 runs came in to score last inning, they needed someone to come in here and slow that offense down a bit.
Jace Peterson digs in. He reached on a walk his last time up and later came around to score. First offering on its way. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
Boy, I don't know that I'd want to be facing this guy right now. He looks pretty fired up out there.
Yeah, he looks like he could run that fastball through a brick wall.
Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0. 4-3 our score here as we play inning number 6. 3-0 now. Ender Inciarte would be next. And no doubt about this one, it's in there. 3-1.
Yeah, and it's tough enough to hit 95+ mile-an-hour fastballs. That curve gives you something else to think about altogether.
Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. And Napoli will look up and put it away, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Braves, and it remains a 4-3 game. Back here at Turner Field, 7th inning straight ahead with the Braves leading this one. But before we get it started, let's take a look there at the game summary to this point. Ian Kroll is on to pitch now as he'll take over to start inning number 7.
46, Ian Kroll.
Jason Kipnis will stand in to start things off, as this top of the batting order hasn't found a whole lot of success so far.
In fact, just one hit between the 1, 2, 3 hitters combined. So apparently the table setters have not been getting their chores done.
Now it looks like the Braves are going to get a lefty up and throwing in their bullpen. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
One thing you've got to be aware of as a hitter is he's going to give you a bit of a variety up there. He's got 5 pitches, and he's going to use all of them.
Ready on 0-2. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. Oh, and 2 count. Here's the pitch. Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2.
On 0-2, if that's a curveball, a changeup, a sinker, then maybe you get a guy to chase. But it's much easier to lay off a pitch down there when it's a straight fastball.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
And again, they try to take him down in the strike zone just to see if he'll go after that pitch below the knees. But with 2 strikes, he's been able to lay off that thing now twice in a row.
Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Hit hard on the ground towards second. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Well, I think you got away with one right there. I mean, this is a fastball right down the middle. And he just smokes this ball, too. But unfortunately, he hits it right at someone, so it becomes a fairly easy out.
Francisco Lindor will stand in. He flew out his last time up. And a ball, 1-0. We're in the 7th inning now of a 4-3 ball game. That evens it up, 1-1. Pitch is popped up. Garcia is over, and that's the 2nd out of the inning.
Now batting.
And here's a situation where maybe if he's trying to go with this pitch, he might hit this ball a little bit harder. But instead, he's up there trying to pull it, and he hardly gets anything on this line drive at all.
Here's Mike Napoli now, as he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball. 0-1.
This fastball is looking pretty lively right now.
Smoked on the ground up the middle, and that's in for a base hit. He's 2 for 4 now.
Yeah, tying runs on base now with 2 outs, and who knows? If this next guy can put one in the gap, we could have ourselves a tie ball game.
So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Jose Ramirez. And he does so representing the possible go-ahead run.
Yeah, but you got to make sure that he doesn't try to do too much here. Just keep that line moving. Do something productive and give the next guy a chance as well.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one.
Now you've got the tying run over at first. 2 away. He's going to be looking to try and find a gap right here and bring that guy all the way around to score.
Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
And now with the 0-2 count, he's got probably 5 different pitches he can throw here. So as a hitter, what are you going to do?
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Inciarte's there. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. 1 left for the Tribe. Still down a run. It's 4-3. Now to the plate, Ender Inciarte. He singled his last time up.
For the Braves, center fielder, Ender.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one.
Corner paint right there. 97 miles an hour. What are you going to do with that?
Fastball called for strike two.
Yeah, and if you got him to look at the first pitch up there, why not throw it again? Also let her high. That puts him in a quick 0-2 hole.
Oh, and 2, here it comes. In under the hands with a fastball, it's 1-2.
I'll give him this. He's not intimidated up there. Well, that was inside. Close to triple digits. He didn't even flinch.
Liner towards second, and there's a base hit, so a chance for some insurance here to start out the home half of the 7th.
Trying to change the eye level there. After the fastball up, they come right back with an off-speed pitch at the knees. But he stays right on it, drives it for a base hit.
In now, Freddie Freeman. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. Now a throw over, and the runner will get back standing.
Simple throw over there.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1.
Yeah, there's a good one right there. Right over the top. And just fire that thing in there.
Nobody out, runner on first. And, oh, look out as the cutter ran way in and just about drilled him.
Yeah, you got to be careful there after that leadoff single. You don't want to hit a guy here and really let him get something started.
Three and one.
He knows a drill out there. You got to make him swing the bat. Cannot be giving up walks at this stage of the game because those could be fatal.
Throw over to the bag. Don't want to forget about it. A runner at first with no outs here. And he gives this one a pretty good ride down the left field line. And gone right down the line the other way. Wow! A 2-run blast off the bat of Freddie Freeman. Number 14 on the season, and it's now 6-3.
This is a fastball on the outside third of the plate. Look at him just reach those arms out and really drive this thing the other way. It didn't stay fair by much, but if you can steer him near the poles, you don't have to hit him 400 feet.
Brian Shaw will come on now as he'll take over in inning number 7. Here's Nick Markakis now, the right fielder, as he'll look at a changeup that drops below the knees for ball 1. Bases are empty here, nobody out. In for a strike, it's 1-1. Bounced weakly near the plate. Gomes scoops it up onto first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out.
Third baseman, Adonis Garcia.
Adonis Garcia will dig in. He singled and drove home 2 his last time. And they start him out away with a cold strike. Oh, can't spot the cutter any better than that. 0-2 now.
Now, you can't take any more pitches like that. You don't like it, you got to at least try and fight it off.
Here it comes, 0-2. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses. 1-2.
Well, you know, when you're behind an account like this, it's all about changing your approach at the plate. You got to shorten up a little bit and just look to put the ball in play.
Chopped foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Ready to deliver the 1-2. And he'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. And he struck him out. And there's the hat trick, as that's his 3rd strikeout of the ball game.
Well, there it is. Hat trick, my friend. That's a 3rd strikeout of the game. You know, luckily, his guys are winning, so it kind of lessens the blow, but actually, not so much.
Here now is the catcher, Tyler Flowers. Hit on the ground to third. Ramirez takes it in. And a super play to gun his man down as the side is retired. But 2 in the inning for Atlanta, both coming on this 2-run home run. 7 complete here tonight. It's the Braves 6 and the Indians 3. Dario Alvarez will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
Dario Alvarez.
Leading off the inning, Lonnie Chisenhall, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here, 0-1. Hit hard back up the middle. And this is going to be through into center field for a base hit as the leadoff man's aboard in the 8th.
They've let these guys keep hanging around and hanging around, not able to put them away. And I tell you, this game, it's far from over. They're not going to go quietly.
Yan Gomes will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
First pitch of the at-bat. And he lays off there 1-0.
All right, leadoff man on first. Here's where you got to start clawing your way back into this ball game. It's not too late, but it needs to start happening soon.
Nobody out, runner on first. This one's a strike. It's 1-1. Oh, and here's a fastball right down the middle of the plate that swung on and hit out to deep left field, and this one's not coming back. This is a long home run. It's a two-run shot to straightaway left. Home run number 9 on the year, and this will make things interesting at this point. It's now a 6-5 game.
Well, when you start relying on one pitch out there and you become a one-pitch pitcher, there's no doubt in the hitter's mind what's coming. He's sitting on this one all the way, and he launches it right over the wall.
Now pitching for the Braves.
So with a lefty waiting, they'll go to a lefty of their own out of the bullpen here.
Now batting.
Into the box now, number 30. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike one.
And he's always so tough on left-handed hitters. That slider is just so difficult to pick up.
Slider taken here. 1 ball, 1 strike. No outs, nobody on. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. This is pulled into right, but he will come on strong out there in right and pull this one down for the first out.
Making a bid here to get on base as the potential tying run. But this ball just didn't want to drop for him and winds up finding the outfielder's glove.
Carlos Santana will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Carlos Santana.
Starts him with a breaking ball this time. Misses down and in for a ball. 1-0. 1 out, nobody on. Skied into straightaway right. On the move is Markakis, and he makes the catch for the second out.
The left fielder, number 20, Rajay Davis.
Rajay Davis digs in now after lining out in his last try.
And Matt, you know what? It's always a little frustrating when you square one up, you hit a solid live drive somewhere, and all you get to show for it is a nice little jog right back to the dugout. That can get in your head a little bit after a while.
Peterson dives. Great stop. It's there. He got him.
Oh, love it.
3 thumbs up here in the booth following this gorgeous play at second base. The 3 of us return with more Wednesday Night Baseball after this. Zach McCall is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
Zach McAllister.
Eric Ibar will stand in now. 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch so far.
The shortstop, Eric
Now some movement in the Tribe bullpen as a right-hander starts to loosen up. And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. That'll be a souvenir, and the count will move to 1-1. And And here's a slider for a called strike, and he's behind 1-2 now. Great changeup there in the dirt for the third strike. He'll throw down to first, one away.
Yeah, a nice job behind the plate. He wants it low, so he's got a good idea that this ball might be in the dirt, so he's able to smother it and then make the strong throw to first.
Here's Emilio Bonifacio now, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. Bases are empty, one man out. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a liner, but foul. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Now a swing and a fly ball. Chisenhall is in pursuit. Two gone.
Now batting, number 54.
Jeff Francoeur will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with two out and the base is empty.
Francoeur.
And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Swung on and missed. 0-2 now to Francoeur.
And he's really going to have to fight now. You got to take a little bit out of your swing and find a way to put this ball in play.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Braves are set down 1-2-3 as it remains a 6-5 ball game. Back here in the ATL with baseball on the show, set to go in the ninth from Turner Field. Arodys Vizcaíno is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth.
Number 38, Arodys Vizcaíno.
Striding in to start the ninth, Jason Kipnis, and they'll need him to get something going here.
And so far in this ballgame, he hasn't even been on base yet, so we'll see if he can make an adjustment here.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss as it's dropped behind the plate. Flowers has it, but the throw is late, and he's aboard after the strikeout.
Oh, you got to squeeze the ball back there.
So not the start to the inning he was looking for as he got the strikeout, but the runner reaches anyway. Francisco Lindor comes to the plate now with the tying run at first, so he'll be looking to drive a ball into the gap here. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. And now the wheels spin in that first base dugout.
Oh, that man right there's got to be sweating bullets. Hard to say I blame him at all.
A runner at first with no outs here. Boy, that fastball is just sizzling up there. 1-1. Here's there's a slider that runs inside that time, and that'll keep him from diving out over the plate. Set to deliver on 2-1. 3-1 now.
Well, this is a good fastball spot for him now, and keep in mind, he's got a big hole on that right side of the infield.
Set. Here's the 3-1. And the count will be full. Nobody out, runner on first. Good swing just a little early, and he'll see another payoff pitch. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Sharply hit ball back up the middle. In there, a base hit.
Boy, and is the tide turning here? I think that's the real question at this point. It's a perfect start to the inning. You get the tying run up to second base. The go-ahead run is on first base as well. Still nobody out. And a decision looming here whether to bunt these guys up or try and roll the dice a little bit on this next guy and see if he can keep the rally going.
Mike Napoli digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. And a fastball down low as that one just about got away from him.
I doubt he wanted to get in quite so tight with the hard stuff there, but hey, this is a guy with good opposite field power, so you don't want to just give him free rein to lean out over the plate.
The 1-0 delivery. 1-0 pitch is a slider, swung on and missed. 1-1. Even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
Now you got to beware of that sinker. I mean, he'd take a strikeout right now, but I think he still just wants this guy to hit the ball on the ground.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Got him on the good slider there. Swung on and missed as he's down on strikes for the second time tonight.
He knows his job is to hang on to the lead for his team, but with a guy in scoring position, he's got to do something to come up big. Not a whole lot bigger situation to come up with a strikeout than right there. He's fired up about it, but he's still got some work to do right now. He's not out of this thing yet.
Into the box, Jose Ramirez. And he's a bit tardy there on the first pitch fastball. It's 0-1.
Oh, and that's a good fastball right there. He might have been thinking about protecting against that sinker.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one.
Yeah, after that last swing, I would have thought they'd go right back in, but that's actually not a bad location because I doubt he was looking for something out there.
One and one, here it is. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. 1 out with the possible tying and go-ahead runs on base here. And the fastball is off his glove, and it gets away. And he'll make it to third here on what will likely be ruled a passed ball.
Of all the times to not be on the same page, this is going to hurt. This is going to move that tying run up to third, and more significantly, it'll move the go-ahead run into scoring position at second.
hit down the third base line. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. Chop foul right at home plate. He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third.
And a big strikeout there. I mean, this would be quite a tightrope act if you could get out of this while stranding that tying run at third.
Lonnie Chisenhall makes his way to the plate with the tying and go-ahead runs in scoring position. Game on the line, 2 men out.
And you know what? Who doesn't love a game that comes down to this? You know, Matty, you don't have a pulse if you can't get excited about this.
And there's the fourth wide one, so they'll go after the next guy with a force at any base here and 2 men gone.
And for as hot as this guy's been recently, this is a no-brainer. Take the bat out of his hands any chance you get.
Yan Gomes will stand in again as we take you back now to the 8th inning, and this was a big one. The 2-run shot that helped get us to where we are now. From the stretch. Inside with the fastball, it's 1-0.
They're definitely making him work out there. He came in trying to shut the door, and he has not had an easy time of it.
Big spot. 2 out, possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. And he looks at a slider in there, 1-1. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. And this is fouled back and out of play. Now this small but vocal crowd come to their feet. Chop foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. On the ground up the middle. Throw in time, and the ball game is over.
Well, you know, this was one of the more exciting games we've seen in a while. They load the bases here in the 9th, but in the end, they're going to wind up stranding the tying run at third and the go-ahead run at second.
A tight ball game all throughout. Winds up a slim 1-run victory in the end as we get you one final look at our line score. And guys, the Braves tonight were led offensively by the exploits of this man, Freddie Freeman. Strike oppose, he's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no question he was a tough out up there. You see the 3 hits, including a home run. Without him in the lineup, I think this might have been a different story.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Braves are winners here, 6-5. Good night from Atlanta.
The final line score for our ball game tonight for the